Oftentimes you want to connect two elements in a model to convey the values from one point to another, though if you in fact did that, the connection would simply make the model confusing, and that's where the ghost primitive comes to the rescue. On the primitives bar, there's a dimmed variable or dimmed primitive here called ghost. It only becomes usable once you select another primitive, and the ghost primitive works with stocks, variables, and converters by selecting an entity or a primitive, and either once you select it, you can go select ghost from the primitives, or you can simply right click on it and say ghost primitive, and what it does is it makes you a ghost of that particular primitive, which you can then put any place else you want to in the model and connect to it the same way that you would connect to the original, with one exception. No, there is no. You can actually connect flows to ghosts. I wasn't sure that you could do that. I haven't used it in that capacity yet. So the ghost that you create, while if you click on it, you don't see the parameters in the right-hand column, so it's easy to remember an easy reminder that it is in fact a ghost. If you look at the equation for it, you get the same equation that you get for the original itself if you looked at it. So any changes that you make to the equation here are in fact actually changes to the original, so that you can select various entities and ghost them and make connections between them. Flows. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to connect a stock with a flow to a converter, and it's not a valid connection. If I use a link and simply connect the value of population to as input to the birth rate, that's essentially the same connection that's made over here, but it's done over here. And the ghost was actually used in this particular model where this converter needed to be used over here, and rather than drawing a linkage all the way around over here, this converter was ghosted and moved over here so you could connect it to this flow, and this population needed to be used as input to these two variables. Population was ghosted and moved down here. So and you can overlay a picture on a ghost the same way that if you overlay a picture on the original primitive, when you ghost it, the ghost will be a dimmed version of the same picture, so that it's readily easy to tell which things in the model have been ghosted because they're lighter than the originals, which will also be true if you have in fact overlaid a picture on the ghost itself. So it's relatively straightforward. It's just a copy of either a stock, a variable, or a converter that you want to use at some other place in the model, and it would be inconvenient to do a linkage, either a link or a flow, directly from where it was to the place that you want to use it. So you select it, make a ghost of it, and then move that ghost to wherever it is that you want to use it, and you can in fact have as many ghosts of a primitive as you would need to use someplace else in the model. So hope you found this informative. See you in the next video. Bye.